Okay, when you go back here just now, macam one of you said, so this one is not a sentence. This one is not a nominal sentence. It's a verbal sentence. Okay. The point of all this kat sini, actually, if you were to relate with 6 and 7, the point of all this is the muttaqin. The muttaqin. Right? So, there are 2 points here. The book and the muttaqin. That's it. The book and the muttaqin. Whatever else are just the characteristic, the description. Okay, so you have one thing here, the kitab, and then the muttaqin. And what is the characteristic of the muttaqin? Number 1, they believe in the unseen. Number 2, establish prayer. 3, give. 4, believe in whatever that is revealed. Number 5, revealed before. Number 6, they have faith in the hereafter. Okay, this is the description of the muttaqin. What is the description of the kitab? No doubt. Nampak? This subject, this is the description. This predicate, this is the description. So yeah, there you have it. It's just about that. It's just about this and this description, this and the description is this. Now I'm going to give you something else beyond grammar. Okay, I'm supposed to give this in the last class or just before the last class, but I'm giving you today. Okay, when we read the Quran, if you go beyond grammar, beyond the functions of grammar, it's all about 2 things. It's about the width, the breadth, and the depth. The breadth and the depth. Okay, so when you look at something, at a verse, it will always be about a cause and effect. Whatever else is just the description of cause and description of effect. Now look here. In verse number 1, where is the cause and where is the effect? So if muttaqin is a cause, so what's the effect? Sorry? Muflihun is the effect. Good one. Good one. Muflihun is the effect. See that? Cause, effect, whatever else is description of the muttaqin, which is verses 2 to 4. And verse 5 is the effect for verse number 1. Actually, I don't see Muflihun as effect. You came up with it, which is good. I was looking at another effect or another cause. Another effect. Huh? Okay. The book, the cause ke effect? Cause. Effect dia apa? Yeah. The book can't do anything. The book is the book doesn't move you. Okay.
That is if you were to interpret kitab as book, but if it is a writing, it's a scripture, it's a message.
Yeah. That's my next point. Thank you. Next point, you have to go down. Next point, you have to go down. Remember the social meaning and the formal meaning, form-based meaning, and the personal meaning. Okay. For simplicity's sake, I will just put the external meaning and the internal meaning. Okay. So it's just this, when you look at any verse, it's just about identifying, after grammar, identifying the cause and effect, and then you go down. Muttaqin externally means what? Internally means what? Muflihun externally means what? Internally means what? Kitab externally means what? Internally means what? Okay? Let's go back here. Al-Muttaqin and Kitab. Which one is cause, which one is effect?
The kitab came way before the Muttaqin. Sebab tadi Lauh Mahfuz.
Okay? We'll do a simpler one then, before going there. Hudan and Muttaqin. Which comes first?
Innal insana lafi khusr. The livelihood is Hudan, because with the guidance, then you can make Muttaqin. Without it,
There is an implication. Either way, there is implication. When you say Hudan comes first, and then Muttaqin.
because a Muttaqin, based on the description that's provided there, has to have a criterion to be judged as Muttaqin. And that comes with the guidance, which is the Quran.
That is why this description, characteristics of Muttaqin or the fruits of Muttaqin. Okay, so if you put it as character, it will be different from if you put it as fruits. Okay, as a result. As a result.
Is a result and will be the effect.
The result should be an internal meaning instead of external. Externally, you perceive it as characteristic, but that is after that you realize that it's actually a result instead. I mean, there has to be a realization.
I'm just thinking with the Muttaqin,
Uh-huh.
to yuqimuna solat and it's not, you know.
Yeah. Why are we having this discussion? You know why? Because we have not settled the external and internal meaning. We have to settle this first. Okay? Because we are talking at different meanings, different level of meanings. For you, Muttaqin is something. For me, Muttaqin is maybe something else. Okay? Let's take the external meaning, which is the social meaning. When we say Muttaqin, what's the translation? Pious, God-fearing, bertakwa, and so on. Okay? But when you go to internal meaning, what's the meaning? You go to form-based meaning, which is originally taqaya or waqaya. Waqaya. Okay? Waqaya means protected. So protected, guarded, and so on. Protected, guarded, and so on. So when you get the internal meaning as this, and you go through the phases of meanings, you may get something like conscious, God conscious, right? God conscious, mindful of God, mindful of God. Okay, if we have reached here, which takes a process, I'm just giving shortcuts. If we have reached here, if we say muttaqin is God conscious or mindful of God, does taqwa becomes a cause or effect to hudan? Cause. See, it takes a different dimension now.
So because you are God conscious, because you are mindful of God, therefore guidance will be there for you.
Yeah.
So it's like you earn the guidance.
Yes.
You become receptive.
Yes, you receptive. So taqwa in this sense become receptiveness, openness. Okay? Try to relate receptiveness. Okay, this is very important. This may be the most important point tonight. Try to relate receptiveness to openness with the phrase innal ladhina kafaru. Innal ladhina kafaru.
Cover. Oh yeah. Okay.
You see that? You see?
Those are chosen.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm here, I would say, wow. This is associational skills. You see that? First 5 verse has a topic. The muttaqin, the receptive people, the conscious-minded people, the people who are mindful. When you are mindful, you notice, you observe something. But when you don't observe something, you are not mindful, you are covering yourself. See the oppositeness of muttaqin and kafirin.
But even with your description, I still think hudan is the cause.
It's up to you.
Because if
Ah.
you are receptive of what?
Uh-huh.
And that what is already pre-existing, therefore you can receive it. Whereas somebody who is covered,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that is the reason why I say amnamtum lakum la yakunu.
Uh-huh.
That means the whether the hudan comes now or later or whenever at all, it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, because of the meaning you attach to it. If the meaning that you attach to it is like this, as long as you cover yourself, you won't get guidance. That means when you don't cover yourself, you will get guidance. Yes. You know why? If you were to translate innal ladhina kafaru as those who disbelieve instead of those who covered, you will get a contradiction. You see? Innal ladhina kafaru, those who disbelieve, la yu'minun. What's the meaning of la yu'minun? They will disbelieve. So those who disbelieve, they will disbelieve. Can you see that? So those who cover themselves from the guidance, they won't believe because the guide.
Present. Actually, our belief is in our understanding of hudan,
Uh-uh.
not in the muttaqin versus the kafarin.
Yeah.
It's actually the hudan because for you it is something that you can receive. Whereas for me it's like ever present. You partake in it or you don't.
Yeah, that partaking is the receptiveness. To me lah.
Yeah.
To me, yeah. Of course, in discussion like this, it can be 2 ways lah. It can be 2 ways. So, yeah. See, if you look at it as cause and effect, let's say for argument's sake, this is cause, and this is effect. Okay, so all this becomes the description of the effect. So this effect is muttaqin and the cause is hudan. The cause is hudan. Another, yeah.
Sorry, I think this is quite something because if you change either way, it's either you're taking the active towards the self or something outside of the self. Which is, if you take Hudan as the cause, it's something outside. And if you take Mutakin as the cause, then it's making it self-centric. So looking it onto the self instead, which is better.
Yeah, yeah. In one perspective, it can be better. In fact, I am inclined to that perspective. Try to relate this. Try to relate if the Hudan. He's trying to say, if I get it correctly.
Because
No.
you're making the whole thing. You're taking the story inside of you instead of putting it outside of the self. That's the thing. If you take the Mutakin, because this is what you relate to the self, you're putting the makam to the self. So you in that sense. So if you're going to change the self instead of waiting for the Hudan to come, which is the cause to come towards the self. Something like that.
Yeah, if we, in other words,
So in other words, return the agency to the Mutakin.
yes, that's the word, agency. So when you see Muttaqin as the cause, there is agency. There is no like conspiracy theory. I mean to give an example.
I really have to watch Inception.
No, it doesn't have to do with Inception. Okay. Yeah, another way to look at it that Hudan is an effect is this. What is verse number 6 of Al-Fatiha?
So in other words, if you, let's say the Mutakin is a polygon ilm,
Okay?
and the ilm can only come in the form of Hudan.
Yes.
If you were to be a polygon, if you were to seek it.
Yes. So even that, if you were to relate, so Ihdina and Hudan, so Ihdina becomes, that expression of asking becomes the cause for the Hudan to come. So Ihdina.
But again, like I said, because I can see where you're going with this. It's just that the Suratul Mustaqim is always there. It's that some people will see it, but some people will not. So the fact that it is there and it has always been there, it will always be there, it was always there, it's
Yeah.
that is why it's
Yeah, sure. I get, and I'm tempted to respond, but yeah.
Can I just say like even in our community, they say hidayah belum sampai. So I think that's a flaw in a sense that you wait for something to happen when you're actually supposed to search for it. So it's in between where you place it, whether it's a cause or an effect. So I don't know, I think it starts with the Mutakin first, then guidance, like when the student will
Yeah.
see the teacher will
Yeah. It doesn't mean that when the Muttaqin becomes a cause, it doesn't mean that Huda is not a cause. Tahu? We are not negating that Huda. I forgot what I want to say. So,
The thing is, Huda is always there.
yeah. It doesn't negate that Huda is always there.
It has
okay,
to.
understand. Because anything that is a cause
Because you have to
needs
bring it to
be
yourself.
like active, like it's an agent.
Yeah, an agency, yes. Yeah. And you know why we are having this discussion also? Why are we having this discussion also? Because we didn't go deep. Because what you understand from Huda may be different from what I understand from Huda.
because I think
Yeah. So when you go down, Huda becomes different. Okay? Like Muttaqin becomes different, Huda can also becomes different. Let's say the effect is Huda. So when I say Hudan, the translation, external translation, I mean social translation, you get from people, they will say what? Guidance. You can say guidance, atau dalam bahasa Melayu, petunjuk ataupun hidayah. Correct? That is external meaning. External as in someone else tells you the meaning. But when you go to hadaya, let's say you go to Penrise, it becomes something like direction. Okay, it becomes something like direction. So if you look at muttaqin as someone who is receptive to God, mindful to the signs of God,
Not having a veil upon your side.
then you will get directions, and direction doesn't have to be a book. Because as you said just now, if we were to hack kitab, okay, the external meaning, the social meaning of kitab will be book. When we go to linguistic meaning, it becomes writing. When we go to the internal meaning, it becomes message. Okay, message can be anything. Message can be writing, message can be book, message can be Facebook, message can be a person came to you, right? It's a message. So when you go down, can you imagine? I'm not sure whether you have reached that in terms of my explanation. Can you imagine when you go down, the meaning becomes down to earth, more down to earth than just taking the meaning literally, which is not wrong, to be, that book, no doubt in it, is a guidance for the muttaqin. Instead of just that translation, when you go down and when you go here, it becomes deeper and deeper and deeper. Inception. You wanted to say something before you laughed.
I haven't had a chance to watch.
Yeah. I'm just touching the surface here because we have a worksheet for us to do this actually. But I just wanted to jump the gun to show you that at the end of the day, after grammar, what do? You just identify. You don't identify the subject and predicates anymore because you know it. You just identify the cause and effect. What are the details of the cause and effect? What are the details of effect? And then if it doesn't make sense, you have to go down. You have to go down because some terms do not really mean literally. It has inner meanings. It has deeper meanings. Yeah. I'm not doing justice to this actually, but I thought I'd give you an introduction. This is not dry like grammar. This is much better. Okay, and then when you go to 6 and 7, what's the cause and effect? See? You see that? You see, this is clearer. You see? Oh, I have to stop. Moment of silence. You see? You see? If you see here muttaqin, it's not a verb. If you see kafaru, it's a verb. So it's a... You see? Those who covered la yu'minun. Those who covered la yu'minun. Okay, forget la yu'minun. Those who covered khatamallahu ala qulubihim. So if you don't want to be covered, if you don't want to be sealed, your heart, you don't want to be sealed by God, don't cover up. Apa yang don't cover up? Don't cover up. Cerita lain. Don't block yourself. Don't block yourself from the kitab. Don't block yourself from the writing. Don't block yourself from the message that is coming towards you. Be receptive. Be open. Be open. Why be open? Because you asked for it. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. We are showing it to you. You just don't see it. Kan dah masuk muka ceramah.
Now, based on your analysis
Yeah, thank you so much. Although it's okay for you to disagree, but it's good that you see. So who's the third? Who's the third?
When people were in between.
The third is وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ آمَنَّا. So this iman is a characteristic of who? The muttaqin. So the third is saying that we are the muttaqin. We are the open-minded. Amanna billahi wa bil yawmil akhir wa ma hum bimu'minin, but they are not muttaqin. So that is the cause. That's the description. So an elaboration of the description, what do? Yukhadi'un Allah. They seek to deceive Allah. And those who believe, the effect, وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ, and they deceive not except themselves. وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ. They don't realize. So maknanya apa? The first group of people, the muttaqin, the receptive, open-minded. The second group of people, not open, close-minded. The third group of people is those who think they are open-minded, but they are not. They are close-minded. So the third is the deluded. So there you have it. 3 groups of people in life, in religions, outside religions. There are 3 groups of people. Open-minded, close-minded, deluded. Am I using the right word, deluded? The term is not there. So where do I get the term? وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ. يَخْدَعُونَ, deceived. The deceived.
So you seek to deceive Allah, so they are themselves.
Yes. So deluded. مخدوع. I call them مخدوع. So muttaqi, kafir, مخدوع. Yes.
So for this, the muttaqin is given noun. The rest is given verb. Is it because verbs are subject to changes, whereas muttaqin noun is, as we know, not change, sabit, maybe like stable or anything.
Good question. I don't have a response to that. Muttaqin is a noun. Kafaru and yukhadi'un is a verb.
And whatever associates with them is verbs, right?
Yeah, and whatever is associated to the close-minded, the kafaru, and the deluded are verbs. They don't have labels. These people...
Permanent, right? I mean, once a given label is so-called like permanent, seals like that.
Yeah, so-called like... Yeah,
There is some-
you have a name, yeah, because, yeah.
Somehow verb is like active, right? These are active.
Yeah, so verbs are like states. You can do something and you are in a certain state because you are doing that thing. Then you can do something else, you are in a certain state. So the states you can change, you can cover, and then you delude yourself.
One of the definitions that you said was the guarded and the protected, right?
Yes.
So they have earned Allah's protection against that which would cause them to be other than.
Yeah. Can also. That's why we say when you rise in consciousness, it's hard for you to go down. When you stretch your mind, it doesn't go to its previous dimension, right? That is, I mean, even with age, that you become wise, you don't, do stupid things, right? So you rise in stage. So when you rise in stage, you don't go down one stage. But when you change states, you can do many things. One opinion is referring to the munafiqun, which is not important actually. Because it's not even mentioned. It's just a social meaning. The munafiqun is just a social meaning to say that the third group is the munafiqun.
You gave them a name. You say
The makhdu'. Makhdu'.
But if you were to break that up into external internal meaning, what would it be?
The internal meaning is anyone who is deluded is one of them.
Oh, okay.
Anyone.
So internally is also delusion.
Delusion lah. Delusion maknanya whatever is described, you think that you are right and others are wrong. That's one example. So you do things like what's happening now.
Yes.
Yeah. So you are either sucked into the deluded, or you either observe and be receptive. It's like that. No, you just observe without being sucked into sides. Macam, when people disagree, there are sides. So you don't take sides. So today is more like macam Mufti Meng tak datang kan, jadi
When you came to these words, I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Before I teach Arabic, I do this.
Yeah.
Tonight, this is the real me. I don't teach Arabic actually. Yeah. So, I like to talk about this, but I thought I used to not believe in teaching Arabic because teaching Arabic is not effective. Selalunya orang akan quit and so on. After I got the method, which is the method I taught you in the first 12 weeks, word hacking and this method, then I decided to teach Arabic. If I don't teach Arabic, I teach this. I teach this.
This interests you, right?
Oh, this is like,
I mean, the same would interest the students and not make them run away, right? If they were to know all this stuff. The pace of this,
yeah, correct. You have a point actually. You have a point. But the thing is this: if you went through Arabic word hacking and sentence hacking, and then you go through this, then you will appreciate this more than if I were to start with this, because you won't appreciate the meanings. You won't appreciate that. You will just like take it as social meanings and macam pergi ceramah gitu. So kalau belajar bahasa Arab and then go here, oh, you punya ground stable, babe. Stable. Tak ada orang boleh khida'. No one can deceive you. Why? No one can. If you don't learn this word hacking and sentence hacking, I can easily deceive you. Oh, this is this. And then, but if you were to go to ceramah ke Mufti Meng ke apa ke, whoever, you will know that. Oh, okay, that's one view. There are other views also. You can really like. Okay, I understand what he's saying because I understand Arabic, word hack, sentence hacking, and so on. And there are various ways to see it. Yeah. Any questions? Arab, no. We haven't gone through. Yeah, hopefully at the time lah. My theory is this. My theory is when you go through the meaning-based grammatical hacking, you already got the meaning. That's the point. The point of Arab, like I said, the point of Arab for you to know the topic of the sentence. And you can get the topic of the sentence from this 8-step process. Of course, if you know the Arab by decoding the endings, that will be a bonus. That will be bonus. Okay, my plan is to teach you that also. That will be in the next 3 weeks lah. Hopefully sempat so that yeah. But by now you can get a rough picture kan. What I'm trying to give you is meaning based i'rab, not baris based i'rab. Meaning based i'rab. Okay? Why you need to go through all the 8 steps? Because you are not going through the baris based i'rab. Baris based i'rab, you look at the baris, oh, ni subject, oh, ni object, and so on. Okay? Nak cakap apa-apa? Bila jumpa lagi? Nah? 2 weeks Next week? Oh, okay. Nazira? Masih bising? Dah macam receptive? Speechless. The speechless have many meanings because it's still social meaning, so I don't know.
Speechless is like silenced by awe. Trying to soak in.
Yeah. Yeah. Ayati?
Some that's still not clear.
Ah.
I get the bigger picture now.
Fatima? Salina?
It's a bit too deep for us.
Which one?
Need to go back and try to understand it.
Bila masuk sini Bila masuk sini Actually ni bukan tajuk Neri. So if you don't get this, it's still okay for now. Yang penting ni tadi ni. You get the subject.
Subject and predicate. That's not correspond with cause and effect.
No, it doesn't correspond.
But what did you use to, like isolate these two? You just need to get it through the meanings.
Cause and effect. You have to use. That's why it's subjective. That's why to you it's a cause, to me it's an effect.
No, but I
Yeah lah, I know, anything can be. In fact, yeah. You see this cause, effect, actually this is cause and effect. But this effect will be a cause to another effect. And that another to cause to be another effect. So dia macam i'rab juga, macam grammar juga, it's related. And this cause is an effect to a before cause until you come to the first cause.
have you figured out that cause?
Of course. No need to figure out. Right? So it's the interesting and the exciting thing with this is when you see an effect, oh, mana cause dia? You go up. Mana cause? Go up. Go up. And it can be different, based on your understanding, based on your state, based on your, yeah. So, orang yang nak bunuh orang, dia punya cause dengan effect terbalik. So, and description pun jadi cause. Just stories of the past, people who kill others. It's not even a cause and effect, it's just stories that you just, need to take lessons from. So it becomes a cause. And then you kill people. So, yeah, let's say example lah.
I have a question. Where does history come in all of this? That's a different thing, is it?
History is in the description lah. History is in the more in the description, but in history there is also cause and effect. Yeah, you have to look at the certain verses to really see the history. I mean, datangkan cerita and then we can see where is the cause and effect. Yeah. Well, I have terms for this. I call this sabab. I call this aqibah. And I call this cause and effect as sunnatullah. Qul siru fil ardi. Qul siru fil fanzuru kaifa kana aqibatul mukaththibin. And look at the effect of those who deny this sunnah. This is sunnah. Sunnah is the way of Allah, the laws of Allah, the divine laws of Allah. So there are terms for this. Okay. Yeah. Sekarang semua dah speechless. So yeah. Saya rasa terus speechless kan. Yeah. Apa dia punya cause of the speechlessness? Syarif? Silence. Of course. No, it's not even not necessarily. It means cover. Yes.
Sorry.
Kafaru means covered. It doesn't mean disbelief. When you say kafaru billah, that's a different thing. You cover yourself from Allah, then disbelief Allah. Fine. But kafaru itself, no. No, this is not even an opinion. This is true. And if in other verses, yu'jibul kuffara, something I don't remember. You apa cari yu'jibul kuffar, something like that. That kuffar doesn't mean disbelievers. It means those who cover the apa tu penanam whatever, diorang cover the soil. So it's even referred to them kuffar. While kuffar can mean disbeliever as a social meaning, but at the literal form-based meaning, it means coverers.
So they're not being true to themselves. They are covering.
And I think earlier you did mention that it's a dual thing because they don't just cover themselves, they actually dampen the message.
No, they just cover themselves. They cover themselves, so anything doesn't reach them lah. Macam ego gitu, kalau nak bahasa psikologi, ego. Orang ego kan, dia listen just to respond. So they cover. Speechless, eh?
I'm just very fascinated by the verse after that, verse number 8. The people who delude themselves. There's no even mention of an azab al-azim for them because their delusion is a punishment in itself. It is
Sorry, eh? Oof. I better not go into that. Yeah. Yeah. That means the punishment is here now, and in hereafter. See, here now, hereafter. There is, eh? There should be actually.
the next line.
Same thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. I think I have